For all who we invite to Rethink 911, the time 5:20 has very special meaning. 5:20 is, of course, the time there were a lot of sirens going on that day, even at 5:20 and beyond. That is the time, of course, a third building fell down that day in free fall speed. That's what Rethink911.org is all about. Now today is a day of commemoration, a day of remembrance. 9/11, 2013. We are here to pay homage and remembrance to all the people who perished on that day, as well as all who perished since as a result of those cataclysmic events. We're also here to pay homage to a fellow activist and truth seeker by the name of Colonel Robert Bowman. I know many of you got to experience him up close, as well as us here in New York, where, as you know, he traveled the country calling for truth, calling for a high-level analysis of the events of 9/11, calling for investigation into the statements of Project for a New American Century. And as a high-level fighter pilot, he also called attention from an expert witness level to the absence of air defense that day. So we know that Colonel Bowman is with us in spirit, smiling, saying, fantastic, what an amazing event, what an amazing group of people here carrying the torch. Now, also I want to say hello to all the folks watching this through live stream. This is being live streamed and Occupy the Fed. And we thank all the videographers here doing that work, as well as the filming. This is phenomenal. Great. By the way, I always do this. For those who don't know me, my name is Jamieson. And what an amazing, exciting time. And we also celebrate this day for all of us as activists around the world. And also, absolutely, we commemorate the work of architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth. So let's talk about the campaign. Why Rethink 9/11? Our world changed on that day. 2,744 lives lost in New York and counting. More than 1 million lives lost in Afghanistan and Iraq and counting. Almost 7,000 U.S. troops lost in the war on terror and counting. A $4.5 trillion cost to you and me for the war on terror and counting. And also, a devastating effect on the first responders, who we also pay homage to this day. Now, did you know? Yes. Now, did you know that precious civil liberties were revoked by the Patriot Act, the Military Commissions Act, the NDAA? And today, Americans can be subject to search and seizure without a warrant, detained or imprisoned indefinitely, without charge, without evidence, without a lawyer, without a trial. We can even be tortured or assassinated merely for being accused of being associated with terrorism or the use of force. And here's the scariest part, folks. These terms are not defined, and it all goes back to what? 9/11. So yes, indeed, ignoring the World Trade Center evidence is no longer an option. And to further illuminate the purpose of this vital inquiry, I'd like to introduce, I have a great honor and privilege of introducing the founder of Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth, the sponsor of the Rethink 9/11 campaign, who will address the implications of the question towering above us here in Times Square. Headed for this billboard. Have no doubt, it is being seen widely. Of course, The statement or the question on this billboard, did you know a third tower fell on 9/11? The evidence may surprise you. Directing people to the website, Rethink911.org. Now, Richard Gage, AIA, is a San Francisco-based architect and member of the American Institute of Architects with 20 years' experience in the construction of numerous fireproof, high-rise steel frame buildings. He founded Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth in 2006, and the group has grown to over 2,000 professionals demanding a new investigation of the destruction of the 3 World Trade Center high-rises. They want experts, they want science. We got experts and science. Richard has presented his multimedia talk, 9/11 Blueprint for Truth, at dozens of conferences in 28 countries to tens of thousands of people. He produced the documentary 9/11 Explosive Evidence, Experts Speak Out, featuring over 40 experts with testimony calling into question the official explanation of the tower collapses.